Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. So it is my unfortunate duty to share with you guys some very, very, very sad news. Pierre DELECTO is hanging up his beret for good. And while we may be sad, I bet former President Donald Trump is probably grinning from ear to ear as one of his main adversaries is calling it quits and leaving the Senate. And I'm looking forward to seeing the celebration. But guys, before we get into it, please take a moment to like, comment, share, subscribe. These are small actions, I know, but they make a big difference and they help the channel grow and thrive. And thanks to everyone who's already done so. So in a time when there's really a lot of attention and a lot of pressure directed towards all of the old freaking dinosaurs in our government, like Dianne Feinstein, Mitch McConnell, and other senior members of Congress like Nancy Pelosi, not to mention the president, almost forgot the president, the freaking leader of the free world, President Joe Biden. Anyway, there's a lot of knocks against these guys just purely because of their age, and it's time to go. So one Republican senator and one of Trump's most outspoken adversaries, he's announced that he too is too old to run again. And of course, in perfect Mitt Romney fashion, he's intimating something to and about Mitch McConnell, Dianne Feinstein, and the rest of them. But he's too freaking damn spineless to actually say it. And of course, it'd be a cold day in hell before he'd actually do something about it, like write some term limit legislation before he actually quits. Not a chance. Nothing like that will ever happen. Anyway, he says he's not going to seek re-election, and I'm thankful. Honestly, I sincerely respect his decision. He never should have been there in the first place, to be honest with you. But I promise you, there are underlying reasons, and I'll get into my theories about that in a minute. But first, let's watch this video.
Contrary to a lot of expectations, I enjoy my work in the Senate a good deal. The last few years have been particularly productive as I was able to help lead and negotiate the bipartisan infrastructure law, a comprehensive China strategy process, religious liberty protections, a compromised gun safety law, the Electoral Count Act reform, and emergency COVID relief funding. I was also able to help secure key Utah priorities, including funding for Hill Air Force Base and its program to modernize our nuclear deterrent, as well as funding for wildfire prevention, water infrastructure, rural broadband, removal of uranium tailings from Moab, expansion and restoration of our highway and transit infrastructure, and federal studies to save the Great Salt Lake. I've spent my last 25 years in public service of one kind or another. At the end of another term, I'd be in my mid-80s. Frankly, it's time for a new generation of leaders. They're the ones that need to make the decisions that will shape the world they will be living in. Now, we face critical challenges: mounting national debt, climate change, and the ambitious authoritarians of Russia and China. Neither President Biden nor former President Trump are leading their party to confront those issues. On deficits and debt, both men refuse to address entitlements, even though they know that this represents 2/3 of federal spending. Donald Trump calls global warming a hoax, and President Biden offers feel-good solutions that make no difference to the global climate. On China, President Biden underinvests in the military, and President Trump underinvests in our alliances. Political motivations too often impede the solutions that these challenges demand. The next generation of leaders must take America to the next stage of global leadership. While I'm not running for re-election, I'm not retiring from the fight. I'll be your United States Senator until January of 2025. I will keep working on these and other issues, and I'll advance our state's numerous priorities. I look forward to working with you and with folks across our state and nation in that endeavor. It really is a profound honor to serve Utah and the country, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, so there you go. And that's all fair. I almost believe him. But I also think that he's aware that he's in Utah. Obviously, it's a state that Trump won by a freaking landslide. And given his anti-Trump stance, does he really want his final campaign to end on a big L to someone more pro-Trump? Because that is going to happen. And it's safe to assume that whoever is chosen as candidate will be significantly more Trump. Honestly, even if the seat in some insane alternate universe switched to a Democrat, that person would still be more pro-Trump than Pierre DELECTO. And, let me know in the comments if you think that, when a more pro-Trump Republican candidate runs for the seat, is Romney even going to give his endorsement? Personally, I don't think so. I think he's too stubborn. I think he's too proud. And I think he's too stuck virtuously pretending that he has some sort of principles. But I don't think any of that even matters. It's just stream of consciousness. But in the end, there will be a more pro-Trump senator from Utah. And there is absolutely no doubt that this influenced Romney's decision. Anyway, that's just my take, guys. Let me know yours in the comments. And if you haven't already, guys, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. We'll see you in the next one.